Alright, today we are going to go into a little bit of how to make a good Italian sauce. It starts with a good olive oil. I picked up this from Trader Joe's because it's organic. Now it is unfiltered. And I'm going to show you what I do with it. Alright, so in order to coat this pan this size, you're going to need 60 milliliters of oil. How much is 60 milliliters in tablespoons if you only have tablespoons? It's 4. You know how I know that? Because 1 tablespoon is 15 milliliters. Alright. Shake it out so there's no water left. Bam. Alright. We'll get this going. So what you're going to see is there has been some a little bit too much water in the pan. Just shake it out. Using a steel pan because if there is any estrogen in Teflon or estrogen-like effects, we're just going to go ahead and eliminate that by using a steel bottom pan. I have a Cuisinart. No, I'm not plugging for them. And this is not a trademark dispute. It was just a pan that was stainless steel available at Tuesday morning. I think it's $39.99 US dollars. Alright. I've tried it with 1 tablespoon of organic oregano. I'm not going to measure it out because I only have 2 hands today. So what I'm going to do is to work the oil around the bottom of the pan and then spread the seasoning on the oil. And the reason that I'm doing this is based on the principle of the molecules that are in the Italian seasoning either having a greater affinity for oil or being hydrophobic, or a greater affinity for water being hydrophilic. If they're hydrophilic, then they will be pulled into the water-based sauce that is going to go on top of the oil and seasoning mixture. If they are hydrophobic, or if their molecular structure more closely resembles that of the oil, or if the intermolecular forces are more akin to the olive oil, then the flavor molecules from the seasonings will go into the oil. Essentially what you want is maximum flavor. So you are going to do a light coating of seasoning all over the oil, and this includes thyme, basil, and oregano. Alright, we're going to do garlic powder and we're going to do minced garlic. Just because that's how I like it. I've tried it with both, and I like to do 1-2 punch. That's just the way I roll. Okay, now you'll see that on these burners, I'm not going to do a BTU output or a thermal energy output. nor am I going to do a thermal expansion effect. I'm simply going to put it on the lowest possible heat setting because that's what I want it on. I want a nice even distribution of heat, and I want it low and I want it slow for the first 15 minutes. And then, oh, what is this? Damn, I already got my own basil, thyme, and oregano that I'm going to add into the pot because I like personal touches like that. Obviously, I've used this thing in the past. Bam. Still growing strong. Give me the good stuff. Drop some. Right down, down. Bam. Alright. I typically run these over water. I'm going to now. Just stand by. Forgot the time. I'll have to add that in too. Alright, one of the things you want to do is rip the basil right along the seam. I don't like the stems to be in my stuff. Okay. So what I've done here is I've shredded the basil. I'm just throwing in a little bit of these bad boys. Now what you can do is, if you do it right, you can actually pinch the end of this and then run your fingers against the grain and pull all the oregano off at once. It's difficult to show. It goes something like this. Boom. Alright, back for the time. Typically just either rub it off or pinch it off with my thumb. Whenever the thyme leaves start to curl, I don't know what that signifies. It does happen when I pick them. No particular botanical reason. It's just when I do it. Oh, I dropped one. Damn it. No, that one's no good. That one's good. Alright, don't want to overdo it on the thyme, but I like to get some flat pieces too. Boom. Alright, these guys up top right here, boom, they're done. Alright, next thing. Last thing before you add the sauce. You can get some minced garlic. That's going to be 1 teaspoon. But you're going to do 4 1/4 teaspoons because this stuff likes to stick. So you can spread it out evenly. Third one. No, it's the fourth one. Sweet. Alright. So we are done with the minced garlic. I clean as I go. Now I'll show you what it looks like. Alright. Then, I've never tried the Muir Glen roasted garlic, but I'm going to try it today. My fallback is the Trader Joe's organic spaghetti sauce. This is the ingredients list. I try to stay away from canola and soybean oil. Typically shake the jar up, just skosh. Alright, now, here's one of the key points. That oil is going to run away from this water-based sauce. So you want to spread the drips of the sauce out to trap as much seasoning as possible underneath each individual layer of sauce. So, boom, see? Light drips. You're going to stir it afterwards, but it does matter how you first apply that sauce. Alright, you got to be persnickety on some things. If you want to have good food, sometimes you got to be persnickety. Alright, so you want it to spread out. Every now and then I like to cover up those sides. Cover that up. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, so that, just like that, I let that sit in the lowest possible heat setting for 15 minutes. Not going to touch anything, not going to stir it, not going to do anything. Just let it sit there 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, I'm going to bump it up by 1 heat level. Alright, that's going to go to 1 between 15 and 30 minutes. From 30 to 45, it's going to go to 2. From 45 to an hour is going to be at 3. Now, at 45 minutes, you're going to start boiling your water. So by the time you get ready to pull that batch of pasta noodles off the stove, it's going to be simmering. Boom. That is how I make my Italian sauce.